Hey yo, what is going on to another episode of the Mellow Podcast? We are here with my lovely guest again. It is on vacation, so they might be here a lot for some of these episodes. Introduce yourselves.
Name's Aiden.
Ari.
Yes, these are my lovely children. Again, it's on vacation.
If you remember, you see, last time we reviewed all the games from the latest Nintendo Direct.
Yes, you did. And today, we're going to review two movies.
Yeah.
One is going to be Elemental, which, again, me and Ariana saw. I did say last episode we were going to do that on the last episode, but we didn't get to do it. And then we're also going to review The Flash, which me and Aiden saw. But first, since the freshest one is Elemental, we're going to do Elemental first. So, Ari, give me your review of Elemental.
Watch it. It's amazing.
That's not a review.
You have to do a review like in full detail, like what you thought of it,
It's amazing.
What you thought of the storyline.
It's amazing.
What you thought of the characters.
Aiden, what made you think it was amazing?
Because of how satisfying the elements looked.
How satisfying. I did enjoy the fact that it showed you different elements and how they all work together. But they also said,
the elements cannot mix.
Aiden, you didn't see the movie.
I remember it from the trailer.
Yes, but you didn't see the movie though, buddy. The trailer and the movie don't show same things the way you think they're gonna. What they show in the trailer, buddy, is different parts of the movie. And you're going by what you said, which is fine.
Guess what? I don't even care. Elements can mix.
It's true, they can mix. You're right. We learned that by the end of the movie that elements can mix. Because as most people know, clouds create rain, which also go on plant life. Which in the movie kind of gives you that thing like, oh, water, earth/pants, and clouds can all coincide in one group setting.
But water puts out fire.
But also in the movie, they kind of make it seem like water and fire and water and plants do not coexist. Which in a way, technically, yes. I mean, not water. Fire and plants and fire and water cannot exist together. Which technically it is true when it comes to fire and plants. Because fire technically causes plants to burn. Especially dry fire, dry wood, dry plants. They can cause huge fires.
Essentially, if you're learning about the elements in school, just ask your teacher at your class to watch Elemental.
You can't watch Elemental if they have to go to a movie theater, Ariana.
They could book one.
You can't just book one. It's not as easy as you think. Believe it or not. Just because it says you can doesn't mean you
I recommend the Majestic.
Well, you gotta realize that there's not a Majestic everywhere else where whoever was listening to this.
Yeah, everybody
has different theaters.
Yeah, we used to watch our movies at Apple theaters.
Yeah, which sucks. No offense, Apple Theater, but it sucks. But getting to the point, I feel this. If you ever seen Zootopia, think about this movie in Zootopia, but with elements, with water, the clouds, the fire, and the plant, the earth, essentially. It's just coming to one world, thinking that two worlds cannot coexist until you realize that they actually can coexist. Because basically, what was the water's name?
Wade.
Wade.
Yeah, Wade.
What was the fire's name?
Ember.
Okay. Yes. So basically, Wade clearly has love for everybody. He doesn't care what you are, what kind of element you are. He seems like he just likes and loves everybody. He's also a big crier for almost any reason, which is funny because he's water and he rains. He's wet all the time, so the fact that water is crying is actually funny in the movie.
And he's afraid of sponges.
Yes,
yeah.
he is. He is afraid of sponges because when he was a child, he got soaked into a sponge, and he was in there for hours and hours and hours.
As he said
in the movie. And in the case of Ember, she in certain cases she loses her temper. She gets fiery upset, which like most people in the real world do, which I think is kind of cool. They kind of show her elements of how angry she can get, though. Like she goes from regular fire flame to like purple. And if you know, purple is probably, if you ever see a fire turn purple, that's not good. That means something bad is happening, and it's about
And
to get
splash
crazy.
some water on that thing.
Sometimes water doesn't always work on fires. Think about forest fires. You would think
Splash
just
water.
yeah, okay, but you know how much water you have to. You have to. We seen the movie. Oh my god.
Planes, fire, and rescue.
Yes, Fire and Rescue.
I haven't seen
The
it.
plane
The
movie.
planes drop this weird
Yes, you have.
juice-looking stuff over the fire.
Exactly, and how they have to go back and forth so many times to carry water. Not 1 gallon of water is going to stop a huge fire. And sometimes you have to keep dousing water on something when it comes to fire so it won't restart up and cause another fire.
Okay, so if you're camping, just make sure to bring a lot of water, just in case.
Does it? Yes, okay, sure.
A lot of
So
water.
Ember, in this case, is being raised by her father, who hates water, because when his parents came from a different country called Fireland. And when they first started making their home or their new a store they were trying to build, a new world for their daughter, water destroyed their home in Fireland. So ever since then, they've just despised water. Understandable, because water can,
And I
extinguish
think-
fire.
And I think the funniest scene from the trailer was when Wade ate a fiery meatball and
It wasn't a meatball.
Fire.
a
It
bubble
was a
came
cold.
out of his
Just
mouth.
let him. Just let
It
him.
was cold.
And then
It's
the
not
bubble-
Ari. It's not meatball because they don't eat food.
And then a bubble came out of his mouth, and then the bubble screamed.
Yeah, that did happen in the movie, just like in the trailer. You are correct. But hey, I'm trying to describe the
That part
movie,
was
and you
hilarious.
can clear me off.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Like, I understand you didn't see the trailer, though, buddy. I mean, you didn't see the movie. You're getting everything from the trailer, which is fine. But I'm also trying to describe the movie, which you're not kind of letting me do, which is cool. I don't mind
Well,
that.
I'm trying to help you describe it.
But you can't help me describe the movie if you haven't seen the movie.
Yet.
Probably ever. And not until it comes on, like, streaming services.
Or DVD.
Streaming services.
DVD.
Stop. Streaming services, guys. That's
DVD.
it. Because why am I going to buy the movie if it's going to be on a streaming service before ever it goes on a DVD? Think about that for a second.
Sorry.
So anyway, Wade, I'm going to say Wade Water, falls in love with Ember. And initially, Ember wants nothing to do with Ember Fire. Wants nothing to do with Wade. Because she was brought up thinking water and fire don't mix, or elements don't mix, in the sense of water and fire. But throughout the movie, you start realizing she slowly starts falling for Wade because he's showing her the world of Element City where all the elements live together. Because fire cities, we're going to call it for now, is a separate of Element City.
It's like a Chinatown district in a city.
Alright, you never been to Chinatown. Tell me, no and yes, you are actually not wrong about that.
Yeah, well, if elements don't mix, then why is there a city where all elements live together?
Okay, yes, but in the movie, in the sense of fire and water or fire and plants, Ember was taught that elements don't mix. That's what I'm saying here. Because sometimes people from other countries that come, let's say, to the U.S., they want to keep their roots to themselves. Let's say if somebody comes from, say, China, Japan, they move to the U.S., they want to keep their traditions from that they learned as they were children. They want to keep those traditions the same as if when they come over to the U.S. Sometimes they don't want nothing to change. But in the long run, most people change their mindset because they realize you got to kind of have to change with your surroundings, but you can still keep your traditions as long as you evolve yourself in other things that are happening in the world or the country and stuff like that. But as you keep going, Ember starts getting used to Wade. Like she starts to realize she's starting to get feelings for him, and her mother is like
Elements cannot mix!
not that part. I don't know what you want to call. I want to call her what. She's like a card reader, but for elements. In this sense, more for fire people. and she realized she's like she can smell love, which is weird.
Very
But
weird.
and she realized that her daughter, every time she smelled her daughter, there was nothing love coming out of her. Until one day, her mother just smelled it out of nowhere. It's like, what is that smell? Is that love? I smell love. And she didn't know what it was for a long time until she started following her daughter and realized, oh, that's her.
Don't stalk your children.
And it says that yeah, she was starting to see who she was seeing that she was falling in love with, and she learned that her daughter's in love with a water element, and Wade. And it says like Ariana said, oh wait, elements don't mix. But in the long run, her mother realized that her daughter was truly in love with Wade. Now, in the sense of her father, he was still in the mindset of, no, you got to stick to your fire, people, stick to your own kind of thing. You cannot touch water and stuff like that. Until like towards the end of the movie, the father also realized himself that Wade was willing to do anything for Ember, especially eating, like Mr. Aiden said, fiery. He called them meatballs. They were coals. They were like super hot coals. He would do anything for Ember to protect her and save her. And her father realized, oh wait, maybe I'm wrong this whole time. Maybe elements can coexist together in the sense of water and fire. But this was a beautiful like love story kind of thing. Basically teaching, in a way, it's kind of teaching kids, if you break it down, that no matter where you come from, how you grow up, everybody can be together. Everybody can be loved. You can coexist together as a team, a unit, so to speak, no matter what kind of place you come from. Am I right on this or no?
I think.
You think? Okay. What
Not
was your retrospective of the movie? Like watching the movie, how did you feel? Alright, talking to you. Okay, Aiden, watching the trailer, how did you feel?
Well, when I watched the first trailer, it was just Ember getting on a train, then she meets Wade, and then it just ends.
Okay, that's the only trailer you saw?
So I thought the first trailer was kind of basic, but then I saw the second trailer, and then more, and I feel like more stuff is happening in it than the first trailer.
Well, yeah, as opposed to. I'm saying, watching the trailer, what did you think of it?
It was cool.
It was cool. What elements of the trailer did you enjoy?
The fire and water elements.
Fire and water elements. There was also a character in the movie called Claude.
He was funny.
He was funny because he was trying to hit. Now, imagine Ember being, let's see, like, I don't see what age. Let's say Ember's like 17. And Wade's like 17, 18, maybe 16. Claude is like a kid. So Claude is like, I want to say 11 or 12. And he's like hitting on Ember. And he, like, right off the bat, you already know, he don't care if she's a fire or water. He wants a little fiery, so to speak, passion in his life. And he keeps hitting on her. And like he basically shows Ember his armpits and he sprouts like a flower. He basically tells her, hey, look, I'm growing. And like he pops a flower out of his armpit, which actually was funny. Claude, I feel like, which had more scenes in the movie. But I think he had enough that like you understood the point. I'm sorry for yawning. You understood the point of the movie.
Why? I wonder if Pixar's gonna greenlight a sequel.
I beg
you know what?
If anyone from Pixar is listening to us, please give us an Elemental
But
sequel.
Ari, you're not giving your reason why you enjoyed the movie though. You're saying you don't think you said just watch it.
I love it.
Okay, but why do you love the movie?
I don't know.
You don't. Okay. Okay, that's fine, I guess. That's okay, I guess.
Just watch it. I don't know
I'm
how to
pretty sure-
elaborate.
But the way the movie ended, it did seem like there's a possibility that they could, if they wanted to, they have the space to create a second Elemental movie.
Maybe even a TV show.
Maybe even a TV show. That's true. It is Disney. They do have Disney Plus, so they could add that to a Disney Plus show. Make it a Disney Plus show. Make it a little bit more cartoony, maybe instead of Pixar.
Yeah. What if Disney actually did that?
What if they did that? They could if they wanted to.
I think it would be cool if we got a continuation to the events of the movie.
I think it's cool. I mean, they could. Like I said, it's very possible that they could.
But I feel like a movie would not be a movie without a villain that the main character has to defeat.
You don't
There's
need
no
a villain.
villain.
You don't need a villain for movies, Aiden. You don't always need a villain. You really don't. All right, we're going to take a break real quick, and then we are going to go into the quick review of the Flash movie, which Ariana did not see, but Aiden did see.
All right.
So we'll be back in a second. And we are back. We are back. Next, we will be talking about the Flash movie.
Which
Aiden,
Dad did not like.
I did not say, whoa, first thing. Now you're just wrong. I didn't say I didn't like it. I said it was meh. Meh, like it was okay. Maybe the reason I feel it was meh, then we're just going right into it, huh? Aiden? The reason I feel it was meh because I felt I watched too many trailers. Now, usually when I want to see a movie so bad, I don't watch any trailers. No matter how, if the movie's coming out in 2 years, I do my best not to watch any trailers. But I pretty much watched every single trailer that came out for this movie since the first trailer came out. What?
Yeah, Dad hyped himself up for the movie so much that he expected more than what we actually got.
It's true. You were correct. Because when I saw Across the Spider-Verse, I didn't watch any trailers for that movie. And I'm glad I didn't because that movie was a great movie. What did you think of the movie, A?
I loved it.
What did you love about it?
Well, okay, so one of the things I loved about it was the scene where the Flash went back in time so many times that they opened a hole in the space-time continuum, and then all these other universes just kept coming in. We even got to see 1940s Flash.
It's true. So we're just jumping. We're gonna jump all over the place for this review. So hopefully try to keep up. If you haven't seen it, I would suggest yes, go see it. Do see it definitely. It's fun. It's a fun watch. But to me, like I said, I think I hyped myself up too much. That was a meh situation. But yes, he is correct. So there's a scene towards the end of the movie where Dark Flash, spoiler, and regular Flash, they kind of try to go back in time, and they go back in time so far that you kind of get CGI versions of the 40s?
40.
1940s, like black and white Flash. You get the Christopher Reeves Flash with the Supergirl in that. You get the
Superman.
You get Henry Cavill Superman. You get the 1966 Batman, which I thought was cool. You gave a nod to that. I think they gave a nod to one more Batman, not Superman, Batman, 1966 Batman. Sorry. They gave an ode to almost every Batman and Superman and Flash live action characters that there have been since the beginning
Of DC?
Since they started making DC movies and TV shows. Except they didn't do you don't know this one, the Superman and Lois live action show with Dean Cain. They didn't do that one, which I'm very surprised they didn't show that one. They did show like Eddie Sears, which played Jay Garrick in the Flash TV show for like half a season. Then became obviously Zoom. They showed him as Jay Garrick, which I thought was really cool. I'm surprised they didn't show the Christian Bale Batman. They did show Ben Affleck Batman during that scene.
What about Michael Keaton Batman?
They did show the Michael Keaton stuff. So I like the fact that they kind of brought in all the OG
supers?
Superman and Batman's and a little bit of Supergirl into what was the Chrono Bowl, which I thought was the smartest thing you could ever create in a show or a movie, to show the Chrono Bowl, the way you can reverse time, you can forward time, the way Flash did it was awesome. I loved it. That's why I will say I love all the Chrono Bowl scenes. I loved and enjoyed. In the sense of the beginning of the movie, it was cool. It was funny. I do like okay, maybe I like this movie more than I'm actually saying. I did enjoy the beginning of the movie. You see, first thing you see is Barry Allen in a coffee shop, waiting for his sandwich that the waiter or the barista is taking forever to make because he's yapping too long, and Barry's late for work. And then he gets a call from Jeremy Irons, which was Alfred for everything Ben Affleck did as Batman in Justice League and Batman versus Superman. So that was cool to see him again. He calls Barry like, "Hey Barry, we kind of need you." And Barry's like, "Well, what's our bat friend doing? And why is he even up still?" And then he starts asking, "Oh, why can't you ask Superman?" And you see a shot of Superman on TV. You see like a backing of trying to save a volcano from erupting somewhere in the world. And then he asks, "Where's Wonder Woman?" And it's like Wonder Woman's too busy right now. And funny, he doesn't say Cyborg during that sequence though.
Why is that funny?
It's not funny in the sense of actual funny, Aiden. It's just funny in the sense of why didn't he bring up Cyborg during that whole sequence when he brought up 2 of the 3 members of the Justice League movie, or 5 members, excuse me. So Barry's like, okay. So Barry feels like he's being rushed now, and since he's so fast, he makes everything he can do. What takes probably someone 20 minutes to do, he gets it done in like 5 minutes. Essentially, that's what happens. He goes to, was it Metropolis or Gotham City? Where the hell did he go? Must have been Gotham City Hospital, I think, to save from something that was collapsing because somebody tried. You got some Falcone guys that try to steal stuff. And Barry had to save basically a woman and babies from a fallen building. And the slow-mo on that was actually really cool. What do you think about that, bud?
That was awesome. I'm glad that the green screen effects have evolved so well.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, it was awesome. And I like that there's like an alternate universe Flash.
Well,
It's basically just I guess this movie was basically just another chance for DC to make another DC crossover movie.
I wouldn't call it a cross. It's not really a crossover movie. They're all in the same universe, DC wise. You know, it's like, well, essentially Barry gets all his feelings again, like most Flashpoint situations. He wants to go back and save his mom. Now, this is definitely not the Flashpoint from the comics. Like Andy Muschietti, I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Said it in like an interview. Like he said in an interview that it's not anywhere near the Flashpoint that we all know in the comics. You also gotta remember this movie Flash got announced, I think in like 2013, 2014. So it's been in and out of development craziness for over 10 years. So the fact it's actually finally out is, thank goodness. I think it's had 3 directors before Andy came on, or 2 directors before Andy came on. So it was like, wow, that's ridiculous to know it took this long to actually get it done and stuff like that.
I think the battery's running low.
It's fine. We'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. But I like the fact they brought back Keaton and how I like the fact they kind of made the mother either Italian or Hispanic. I think that was cool. I like the fact that they still had the same actor, Barry's dad, play. I don't remember the man's name, but they saw the same guy from Justice League. So the same character being played. For the most part, they kept every single same character from Justice League movie in this Flash movie. Obviously, he went back to save his mother, all sad and stuff because he couldn't save his mother. And also, he was also trying to have, and then he meets his basically quote unquote twin. So in the process of trying to save his mother, which he kind of went through with it, and he tried to go back home to the current timeline. Dark Flash, which is like the Grim Reaper of Flashes, pushes Barry out in a certain timeline where Barry's only 18, I think he said, or 20 years old. I don't remember exactly. Between 18 and 20 years old. So Barry was still like a freshman in college, I think it was. So basically, he sees Barry. He's like, "Oh wait, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm about to get in real trouble." And stuff like that. Like, wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you, yes.
I need a snack.
You need a snack? Okay, go ahead, get a snack. I'm not stopping you from getting a snack, dude. And we don't have snacks, but whatever. So all that noise is gonna be on the mic, though. So, no, over there, please.
Okay.
Thank you. So, Mr. Aiden's gonna go for a snack right now, which is fine. I'll finish this review. So yeah, Barry realizes, oh wait, I'm not in my timeline. Because when Barry goes thinking he went back home to current time, he learns that, oh wait, the Dark Flash pushed me out into an earlier timeline where I'm still in college and I'm still an idiot, but yeah, I have a lot of confidence. Because like the 18 to 20-year-old Barry had a lot of confidence. He was like, yeah, he's strutting around, dancing, acting like an idiot, destroying stuff. But basically, what present time Barry was trying to, as he cuts younger Barry off, he basically has to explain to younger Barry like, yo, I'm you from the future. I was doing something and I got caught in your timeline, in your time warp. And he was like, and young Barry like, what? But he also, younger Barry's like, it's like didn't even bother him that older Barry had like superpowers, like just do stuff really fast. That's right. So, but younger Barry was also willing to help regular Barry get back to his other timeline, because younger Barry didn't get powers yet. Younger Barry was still only an intern at CCPD at the time. So, to try to get young Barry his powers to hopefully help older Barry get back to his timeline, they had to recreate that whole getting shocked thing, getting electrocuted in the lab and stuff like that, which they successfully did, but also did not, because when this happened, older Barry was in the way of young Barry, so the lightning went through older Barry and into young Barry, so all the powers that older Barry had somehow transferred into young Barry. Like, oh, okay, that's not weird at all, you know? So Barry's like, oh wait, I don't have any powers now. How do my powers go? And then Barry kind of connected the dots, like, oh, this is here, this is that. Like, because I stood in front of you kind of thing, my powers shot out of me, went right into you. So I was like, oh crap, that sucks. But then older Barry had to teach young Barry how to do stuff, like basically teach him how to use his powers. And while doing so, older Barry asks, do you have a Superman here? And young Barry's like, what the hell is a Superman? Same thing with, and then young Barry like, no, we don't have a Superman here. But damn, I hope Bruce is here. And young Barry like, Bruce Wayne? Yeah, we have a Bruce Wayne. So you have a Batman here, basically is what he's asking young Barry. He's like, yeah, we got Batman. We all know who Batman is. The creepy guy that flies at night kind of thing. Yeah, so they basically go to see what Barry thought would have been Ben Affleck, but instead was the OG himself. The best of all time in my consideration. That's just me, maybe because of my age. Mr. Michael Keaton. And also, in this universe, there is no Alfred. Or there was an Alfred at one point in time. But also in the scene where they actually meet Batman and explain to Michael Keaton's Batman what has happened, what Barry did, how young Barry got old Barry's powers, and they're trying to go back in time, kind of thing, trying to go back home. Michael Keaton's Batman says that, oh, Gotham City is the most safest place in the world, which means Michael Keaton's Batman never stopped fighting until Gotham City was the best. And that's when he hung up his quote-unquote bat suit, so to speak. And then Barry's like, all right, and then Michael Keaton was like, I'm not going to help you, so we're good. So Barry's like, you know what? It's fine. We're just going to take his bat stuff. So young and old Barry go into the Bat Cave. It's funny because it didn't click to young Barry that Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne was Batman. He's like, what? You're Batman? What? He's like, older Barry's like, why do you think we're here? I thought we were visiting a cousin. And stuff like that. So older Barry wants to go steal Batman's stuff and like that, and goes into the cave. They go to the Bat computer. Young Barry's amazed at what he is seeing. You see the Batwing come down. You see the OG Batmobile, which, oh my god, I had that toy when I was a kid. I love that Batmobile. It's so awesome, so awesome, so awesome. Compared to the Tumbler, I think it's still better. Then after a while, Barry just like starts running around area, using his energy and stuff like that. We fast forward a little bit to Michael Keaton realizes, you know what? I am gonna help you. Cause if it was my parents, I would probably do the same thing, try to save them. But also by doing that, you're kind of messing up the timeline of all events that happen to become who you become. And then we go and try to find quote-unquote Superman. Now, obviously this is all spoilers. There's no Superman in this universe, as you could already tell. There's a Supergirl, though. Essentially, they go to Cadmus. I'm just going to call it Cadmus because that's essentially what happens. You know, in this, they have to go to Russia, which is almost like doing the Red Sun kind of thing that most people know about, the Red Sun storyline, if Superman landed in Russia. But in this case, it's Supergirl landed in Russia. And Kal-El was killed by General Zod. So also, I'm jumping the gun here. I gotta do this quick because my laptop won't charge and it's on the charger. So yeah, they go to Russia. They go save Supergirl. And Supergirl kind of doesn't want to help them because she's like, I don't like humans. They're the one who trapped me here. I don't care for them. But then she also learned that she asked Barry, why did you save me? And Barry's like, because you needed the help. So I helped you. And she realized then, not all humans are bad. Some humans are, but not all humans are bad. So she ends up helping Batman, older Barry, young Barry, in fighting General Zod. Which, by Barry going back in time and getting pushed out of the Chrono Bowl at the time that he did, and meeting his younger self, we recreated the events of Man of Steel, which is also partly in Batman vs Superman, in which General Zod comes back to find the Kryptonian, which we also learned that the Kryptonian he's looking for is Supergirl, not Kal-El, because he had killed Kal-El as a baby in his pod in space. So, like, oh, that's kind of dark and messed up. So Zod is looking for Supergirl. He finds her. They find each other. They start fighting. She gets mad because obviously Zod killed Kal-El. They start fighting. In comes in Soups and Bats and I'll call it Soups. Soups, Batman, pre-Dark Flash Barry and regular Flash Barry. They come in. They start whipping Alien backside. But in the process, Supergirl dies, which kind of sucks. Supergirl dies, Batman dies, and they both are so stressed out about it, both young and old Barry, that they have to go back and they like, all right, let's go rewind a little bit, maybe we can save them. Unrealizing to them that their deaths are inevitable. No matter what we do, They have to die. And older Barry realized that this is part of the timeline. Some things you cannot ever change. It has to happen. No matter what you think, they have to die. It's part of their story in this specific timeline. I still believe, maybe not Michael Keaton, but Sasha Kaye's Supergirl will return in some sort of way as Supergirl, which I pray, because she was a phenomenal Supergirl. She did an awesome job. And then, essentially, younger Barry couldn't handle that death. He's like, no, we can save them. We have the power to keep going back in time and save them. And every time he kept doing that, he kept getting shattered pieces of them. He kept getting shattered pieces of every time he tried to go back. So every time he just looked a little different. And by the end of it, he looked exactly like Dark Flash. And Barry's like, no, we can't do this. We have to stop. And again, young Barry's like, no, we can save them. We can. We have the power to. We will save them. Until realizing that, no, we cannot save them. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember how the Dark Flash disappeared. I really don't remember that part. I remember he disappeared. I just don't remember how he disappeared. But essentially, yes, he defeats Dark Flash. Keaton's Batman dead. Supergirl is dead. They go back. You're about to hear a lot of crunkling. So please close the bag up properly if you're gonna do it. Come on, dude. Sorry. Jeez, Aiden. All this noise did not need to happen, dude. Essentially, they die. I forgot how Dark Flash disappears. Obviously, they defeat General Zod. And then Barry realizes, wait. And this whole thing about his mother dying, his father going to jail, was because his mother needed more spaghetti sauce. And the spaghetti sauce was on the bottom shelf. So what Barry did before he went back to his original timeline, so to speak, what he thought, he put the tomato sauces on the top shelf so his father's face could be shown on the camera in court. Which then, supposedly, again, now Barry goes back to his normal timeline, which Barry thinks is the normal timeline. But towards the end of the movie, we actually learn that, oh wait, he's not in his normal timeline because Bruce Wayne pulls up, but it's not the Bruce Wayne we all think it is. It's not Batfleck. It's not Keaton. It's the third. It's the 2 or 3 movies after Keaton. We get George freaking Clooney. What? Yes, George Clooney was Batman in one movie that no one likes to speak of. I was surprised that George Clooney was in this movie, even if it's just for 30 seconds. But Barry's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Yep, no problem. Yep, you're Batman. You're Bruce Wayne. And that's basically the end of the movie. I know I kind of skipped a lot of details here because my laptop's about to shut down in 30 seconds. Got 10% battery left. Again, it's on the charger and it won't charge. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, so that's essentially is the movie. The after credit scene is just having Arthur Curry in the same timeline as what's his name? George Clooney's Batman, but he's not Aquaman. He's just a dead version. He's just like a drunk version of himself in the other timeline. Damn it! And we are back. We're about to end this real quick, but in all reality, it was a good movie. Ben Affleck was fun coming back. Gal Gadot made a quick appearance, and then that's the last time we'll ever see Gal Gadot because she had to save Batman. Had to save Ben Affleck's Batman from a certain situation. But for the most part, after breaking it down for most of the movie, I'm about to raise my grade out of 5. I'm gonna go from a meh to it's definitely rewatchable. So if I'm gonna go out of 5, I'll give it a 4. I actually did enjoy it. After really breaking it down in my head, it was a good movie. It was definitely a reason to watch. But you always know what it is. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share with everybody on every platform you prefer to listen to this podcast. I'm sorry for the small intermission or big intermission.
Yeah, the battery was too low.
But yeah, Like, subscribe, share to people you know. Say what's up. Check out the YouTube, Mellow Fellow Gaming, twitch.tv/Mellow Fellow Gaming. One word, no spaces. Check me out on Good Pods if you got good pods. It's like Goodreads, but for podcasts. But always and forever. I almost say always and forever. One love. Always and forever. One love. All right? Peace.